Welcome to day 9 of Susie Unshaped, living from our heart in a 3D world. So I'm not going to do the whole video from here, but I just wanted you to see how magical this is. Like, that is just pure magic. Like, it's just teeming with source energy. Like, I think that's like, I'm really getting into why nature feels so good. And sorry, my glasses, it's very bright here, but nature feels so good because it is source energy. So you're aligning with it when you're sitting in the sand and you're watching the waves, or if you're in the ocean, or if you're running through a forest or sitting in a park. You are like being at one with the source energy. Like, you are like, your body can feel it, and that is why it feels so good. Anyway, I'm going to continue this in the car because I have some really big things to talk to you about today. So see you in a sec. Welcome back to the car. I just have so much I want to talk to you about today that we couldn't do it in the beautiful setting, because whilst it's lovely, I wanted you to really hear what I'm saying so that we can really integrate. So I've been having aha moment after aha moment after aha moment. Like, as I said, I'm doing this with you. Like, we are in it together at the moment. And so my biggest aha moment I had this morning was, so there's a few parts to this. If you're new, we number one, we know if we exist, we are divine source energy, creation, intelligence, all of those things, because everything is made from the same energy, and we exist because you're watching and I'm talking. So we are here. We exist. So if we are divine source energy, creation, intelligence, etc., then all of those unaligned belief systems that tell us that we aren't anything, like that we are anything less than love, they're the ones that we need to transmute, because we remember who we truly are. So that is the first section. And we have like spent a lot more time going through that in the first 8 days. But the second section is this idea of our frequency, and that we are already the frequency of the highest timeline, the most miraculous, joyous, blissful timeline. But it's all the frequencies of these unaligned belief systems that are blocking us being in our true essence of our highest timeline. So that is the second part. And so then the third part is, right now, in this now moment, this present now moment is the only thing that's real. Like, that is a fact. Like, the future doesn't exist and the past doesn't exist. Like, only thing that exists is right now in this present moment. So, what I have, like, can't speak, but how I've just been described to, which makes perfect sense. It's like an old film. Like, there's a million different still shots that when they put them together appears like it's moving. So if you could imagine each now moment is a fraction in time, like an image, and then when they're put together, it appears like it's moving. So each now moment is the only thing that's real. Now, someone has also proposed, which makes perfect sense as well, is that each now moment, every time there's a new now moment, it's a timeline jump, timeline jump, timeline jump, timeline jump. So we are jumping timelines, like, and this will be much faster than I'm clapping. Like, this is way, way faster than that. So jump, 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 jump. So I have now figured out what they mean about being present and awareness, because in each now moment, you are choosing the frequency of your next now moment. I know, right? So simple. When you see it like that, it's like each now moment chooses the frequency or the channel that you're watching for the next now moment. So I do love it just being described as there's, like, you know, on a TV, like it could have a million different free to air, it could have like cable, all sorts of, there's like thousands and thousands, and if you think about the whole world, millions and gazillions of shows being channeled all at once at the same time. So that's what frequencies are like. And you just need to switch the channel to be on the frequency that you want to be on. They're all happening at the same time. So in each now moment, we choose our frequency. So that's why I think I spoke very early on about when we go into autopilot, how being on autopilot is the worst thing we can possibly do, because something else is running our choices of our frequency, like something else, not our hearts. Like when we're not present, we've got autopilot being run. And I can promise you, if it's anything like my stories and belief systems that are stored down in my subconscious filing system, I don't think that it's skipping along in joy and bliss. just a thought. So I just had that aha moment today. It's like, if we don't bring our awareness to the present moment, we are letting something else choose our frequency of our next present moment. Does that make sense? Like, that's why we need to live in the present and be aware of where we're at in the present, because we're choosing the next present and the next present and the next present. And it's so funny because I have another gorgeous channeler who, she's always about, you've got to choose yourself. In each now moment, choose yourself, choose yourself. And she's meaning like your joy and your bliss, and choose your creation and the fun and the, like, all of that. But what she actually means is choose your next frequency. Choose what frequency you want for the next now moment. Because if we keep choosing from our highest, like joyous, most like, and that's where gratitude comes in. Yay, gratitude, because gratitude puts you into the place of abundance. Like, if you're grateful for something, like, you're feeling whole about that thing, you're feeling in your highest, you're feeling joy and bliss. That is why gratitude works, because it's putting you in that. And then by being grateful in that moment, you're choosing your next now moment to be in that same frequency. Do you see? Like, I don't know, like, I have heard this a million times, but I was today years old when I finally get it. We can't run on autopilot and let some subconscious programming choose our next now moment. We get to choose our next now moment. Like, we get to choose that. That's like, I get it. That's why appreciate everything around you, because in that moment of appreciation, you're creating your next now moment, which will also be in that frequency of appreciation and gratitude. Like, I don't know, it seems so simple once I figured it out, but I don't know. Please leave a comment if this is making any sense to anyone else other than me. But like, it's just a movie and we are the directors. So we get to choose what's on each of those stills that then move together to create the movie. Like, we get to choose the frequency of it. The things don't matter. It's the frequency. It's the feeling of it. That's why gratitude, like, gratitude is a feeling. It's not a thing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have gratitude for a car. You have gratitude for the things the car can provide you, such as maybe air conditioning, like, you know, a smooth ride, like, it's cool inside. It's air conditioned. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm trying to say, like, you don't have you don't have gratitude for food. You have gratitude for the feeling of satiety. I can never say that word, like satisfaction and feeling like full and nourished and nurtured. It's not for the actual thing itself. So it's the experience of the thing. That is the point. That is where the gratitude comes from. And that is what this manifestation is about as well. It's like, you don't need the money. You need the feeling the money will provide, whether that's freedom or relief or joy or like security or safety. That is what you're actually manifesting. Not the thing. Like, does that make sense? Like, I know I've been told this 100,000 times, but I've only just understood it. So when I'm choosing my now moment now, and I want to feel relief, or I want to feel secure, if we use gratitude and appreciation to appreciate the areas of our life where we already do have relief and feel secure, then we're matching our frequency. We're choosing the frequency of relief and secure, or freedom, or whatever it is you want. Like freedom, like I had freedom to go down to the beach this morning and record, like drink my tea and record the first part of this video. Like in that now moment, I had freedom. So appreciate that freedom. And then we choose our next now moment from that place of freedom and appreciation and gratitude for the freedom. Like, is it making sense? Like, it's like I have had light bulb moment, and I know people have been saying this, and I just must have had to hear it that 80,000th time for it really to click in to what they were talking about. So, let's just all take a breath. Take a breath, because I want to look like, I'm just going to take a breath because I'm going to loop it. I got very excited then because I am very excited. Your movie is a motion picture full of still now moments, and you are the director. Like, you create the scenes. Yes, I know that I've heard that again before, but I get it. We create the scenes by our frequency we tune into. It's the feeling we tune into that creates the scenes, not the things. Anyway, this is where I'm now going to loop it back to number one point, that you are divine source creation, you are pure love. Because I think I did some digging into toxic positivity because I wanted to understand more about what it was. So I didn't know. I know what it is. It's sort of spiritual bypassing, etc. No, love and joy, love and joy, love and joy. That is not what it is. No, sorry, that is what it is. But what we're talking about here is we're not going to, if something comes up that has a negative response, I love this. I heard it's our responsibility. So it's the ability to read the response. So how we respond to a piece of 3D information, that is where we know where that sits with us. So we are not just going to jam that piece of 3D information and bypass that feeling that it brings up for us. We're not going to do that. That's spiritual bypassing. We're going to actually dig in and bring awareness to where it has come from. Because through awareness, that's where we can dig into the filing cabinet, our subconscious filing cabinet, that will link us to the story that we're not enough. And not enough is like any fear-based, just not enough. Not enough encompasses everything. I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. I am not enough. So we're not going to bypass it. We're not just going to sticky tape it over with I'm love and joy. We're going to look at it. And then once we look at it, that's when we are going to apply our new lens that we have that we can see from. And that lens is our truth, the truth of who we are. And so we know that we are divine source creation, divine source energy. And so anything that tells us that we're not enough is an old story. It's an unaligned belief. Who knows where it's even come from? Some will be really obvious. Some will be like, oh, I didn't know I was attached to that. And I think I used the example of orange socks and white socks, but I'm actually going to use a bigger example to explain like that I'm not attached to that or I am attached to that. If someone comes down to you and like runs up to you in the street and goes, oh my God, you're a Venusian alien. Like, I hate Venusian aliens. Like, go away. You're frightening. You scare me. And you're like, whoa, what is that? Are you going to have a response to that ridiculous, like, proposition that you're a Venusian alien? Well, you might be, but who knows? You know what I mean, though? It is so ridiculous. And you do not, like, you would have no response. You'd be like, oh, that person is crazy. You would not attach to the fact they called you something because you clearly know that you are not that. So if you have no reaction to something, that means that you're not attached to it. Whenever you have a reaction to something, that is where we need to have a look and see, okay, my response to that is my responsibility, the ability to actually dig down into that response and see where has that come from? Where is that stored in my filing cabinet of old stories and unaligned belief systems? Like, where's that? And this might even come in the form of like positive reinforcements, like someone tells you you've done a good job or something. And it might like be linked to the conditions of you performing. So dig down to even positive responses, because positive responses can also highlight some of the conditions that you've got on yourself in order to be enough. Does that make sense? Like, you don't need anything to be enough. There are no conditions. As we said, divine source creation is absolute. It is unconditional love. There is no conditions. There is no if, buts, or maybes. You are it, absolute, 100%. That's it. So just check in with any conditions that you might need to feel like you're enough as well, because they're also unaligned belief systems. And that, okay, so that's where I'm getting now to the manifestation, because we had to revisit that. So we're going to revisit our responses to all the 3D information that comes up for us. Because then when we're in this creation of our movie with our still screen, like shots of each now present moment, when we get in our now present moment a piece of information that we know doesn't align with our truth and our heart, it is going to be much easier and faster to transmute that piece of information, to go back to the next now moment and choose our frequency. Do you see what I mean? Like, once we understand why we are not that piece of information, it is so much faster to transmute it. And then when you transmute it enough, you will stop projecting it into your life, because your energy won't be calling it in anymore. So you see what I mean? Like, it's going to be, once you understand the first part, it's going to make manifestation and bringing in your dream life, your highest, most miraculous, blissful, joyous timeline, so much easier, because each now moment you're going to be able to choose your highest, like your gratefulness, your love, bliss, joy. Like, see what I mean? Like, it's going to like the wobbles that maybe might have spun you out for maybe a half a day or a week. Who knows how long a piece of 3D information can wobble you for. Now we know our truth, and we can transmute the 3D pieces of information and come back into choosing our now present moment from our highest. I think magic is going to happen. So this is day 9. Like, I am just blown away by how much progress we have all made in 9 days, like getting it and choosing. So choose you in this now moment and choose the joy and the bliss. And when the 3D information comes to show you where you have an unaligned belief system, we say thank you and see it and transmute it, and then go back to choosing your now moment from that highest, grateful, like love, bliss, like joy, creation. Okay, whatever that is for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, each now moment, and that, okay, I'm just going to finish it off with this. This is why intentions matter. And I remember reading in a book something like, if you believe pizza will cause you to gain weight, it will cause you to gain weight. If you believe pizza makes you thin, it will make you thin. It's the intention in the now moment of the energy that you're putting on the pizza. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the energy you're eating the pizza in is what actually matters. The pizza is irrelevant. See, like, It's irrelevant. It's your intention. Where do you come from when you're going to do whatever the thing is? If you're coming from guilt and shame, guess what? Where's that energy? That energy is right down there. If you're coming from joy and elation, your body is in joy and elation. You're on that channel. You're on that frequency. So just have a play with that. It's the intention. Like you might think, like if you say, I want to tidy the house. If I go in with this sucks, my life sucks, I don't have this, I don't have that, this is awful. Or, like, where does that put my energy? And then what each now moment is being chosen after through that. Or I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to tidy the house. I've set aside this time to do it. I'm going to put on the best playlist. It is going to feel so amazing when it's all sparkly and in order. I love it when it feels like that. Let's go. Music on. Oh, I love it when I get to make my house sparkling. Like, I love where I live. Like, this is such an amazing location for us. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, change the intention behind what you're doing. And then your next now moment will be in that same intention. So it's just choosing over and over. And I know I keep clicking. And it's so funny because I did not know that a click, the sound is actually made down here when you click. Not up here. I didn't know that. I learnt that like 3 days ago from my kids. So when you think something's happening up here, it's really happening down here. So anyway, let's go and have a play with that. Choosing your each now moment and choosing your intention behind it, because our intention in that now moment chooses our next now moment. Like, I don't know why it just seems so simple now. Our intention in this now moment chooses our next now moment. Like, it's just so simple. So no more autopilot, awareness, and choosing what channel you want to watch. Okay, I love you lots. Bye.